It's a sectional Saturday at the Dog Pound as two of last year's sectional champions in Division IV meet at the Dog Pound. It is the Golden Knights of Northmor taking on the Bulldogs of East Knox, and that action coming your way next.
Knox is the third place I have delivered, and hands down, it has been the best.
We're thankful that we received excellent care so close to home.
Knox Community Hospital welcomes you to our new freestanding birthing center, where you can safely labor, deliver, and recover in a state-of-the-art birthing suite.
It was empowering, and I couldn't think of a better place to bring Parker into the world.
Knox Community Hospital, elevating care.
County Hospital, along with Ohio Health, is the official sports medicine provider of Northmor High School. Available 24/7 to care for your athlete with same-day appointment options available. We keep your athletes healthy and in the game. Morrill County Hospital and Ohio Health are proud to partner with Northmor High School to provide a healthier community, serving teams, parents, and all of Morrill County.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome inside the Dog Pound on the campus of East Knox High School for this Division IV Sectional Final, KMAC style. The number 10 seeded Northmor Golden Knights invade Howard, Ohio to take on the 5th seeded East Knox Bulldogs. Hello, everybody. My name is Travis Berardi, alongside, once again, Mark Bollinger, coach at River Valley and a couple colleges as well. Mark, welcome back. You got a sectional semifinal earlier this week. Now you get to see a sectional final.
Sectional final should be a good one between these two KMAC rivals. They split during the regular season, and round 3 should be a good one with the chance to advance to district play.
Both of these teams winning sectional championships last year, both on their home courts, and they look to move back to a district semifinal this season. Talking with head coach Chip Pozderick before the game. A little bit nervous, she said, in the 2 games against Northmor. They didn't shoot the ball well. They shot about 25% both times. And like you said, they split. Last year, they had high hopes. After winning a sectional championship, they thought they could win this district semifinal, but they lost their point guard, had to be in the hospital due to an illness, got beat there. But, you know, they have that chip on their shoulder. They want to come back, and they want to make a bigger run this year.
Well, and I think both teams are looking at this game as an opportunity to, not only advance to district play, but once they get to the district semifinals, most likely will match up with Lancaster Fisher Catholic. Fisher Catholic barely beat KMAC, another KMAC school, Centerburg, 42-41 a couple weeks ago. So I think both these teams are looking at the opportunity. If they can win today, they got a legitimate chance to win that district semifinal and get themselves to the district finals.
Yeah, and we saw Northmor both these teams actually take on Centerburg, and they played them tough. So, a good draw for both sides. It should be, a good one today, and, this could springboard, like you said, them to possibly a district final appearance, which, doesn't happen that often. The last time, the only time East Knox has won a district championship was in 1983. So, Coach Posderick would like to come back with her young squad as well. 3 of her top scorers are underclassmen, so this could be a big momentum builder as well for this team.
Absolutely. East Knox and Northmor are both looking at the same kind of situation where they're building, not only for this year, but they're building for the future. You talked about East Knox being young and their 3 leading scorers being underclassmen, and then you look at the Northmor roster, and the Lady Knights are going to bring back their entire roster next year. No seniors at all. So, again, it's a great time to get some experience for these inexperienced players while also trying to, fulfill some of those dreams and get themselves into a district championship contention.
Taking a look at the starting lineups, first for Northmor, head coach Freddie Beachy, number 3, Reagan Swihart, number 5, Paige Caudell, number 20, Haley Dilly, number 22, Lauren Johnson, and number 32, Lexi Wenger. As for the homestanding Bulldogs of East Knox, head coach Chip Posderick, number 4, Alexandra Majors, number 10, Shanda Mielik, number 12, Laura Keith, number 13, Josie Totten, and number 14, Maddie Annette. As we are just about ready to go from the Dog Pound, winner moves on to districts. I'd like to welcome everybody watching on YouTube and Facebook today. Make sure to leave some comments. We'll get right back at you. Let's have a conversation today. Referee ready to get this going. And we're underway. Tip one by the Bulldogs. Majors.
It's going to be real important early for both teams to take care of the basketball. Value possessions. Both teams have had a tendency to turn it over this season. Efficient offenses don't turn it over, and in tournament time you need to be efficient.
We'll see if both teams, I know Northmor throughout the season, turnover prone. East Knox a scrappy team as well, so if they can turn Northmor over, they should be in good shape.
Right. Well, Northmore's coming out in that 3-2 zone, like to trap out top. Little tip there, got themselves a good look.
We'll call that a pass.
Called a pass.
And Shanda Mielik gets the Bulldogs on the board. It's 2-0.
Well, and immediately you see East Knox going right to that 1-3-1 half-court trap, trying to create chaos. But Winger knocks down the baseline jumper.
Lexi Winger, the leading scorer for the Golden Knights. We're tied at 2. Totten tried to get it in. It was blocked. And Wenger gets the steal. Wenger to Swihart for 3 short. That'll go out of bounds. It'll go to East Knox. 2-all. Just over a minute gone by here, first quarter in this sectional championship game.
Both teams have struggled to shoot it well from the perimeter this season. So it's going to be important for both teams to get touches in the paint, whether it's on post entry, dribble drives, or in transition. Try to get themselves something easy.
A nice job on the rotation there defensively by the Golden Knights to get the steal, and another chance here to take the lead. Wenger for 3 off the front iron. Rebound out to East Knox. Majors, they're going to call a walk.
Yeah, good job of attacking in transition. Just didn't get her hips squared up at the end and attack and go through that defender and get the and one.
So they got her for shuffling her feet. Northmor will get back possession.
And there's another turnover. 3 for both teams so far tonight.
And into the lane, Majors scores. 4-2, East Knox. 2 minutes gone by here. So could you say 3 turnovers each in the first 2 minutes? A little bit of nerves. This big game, sectional championship. You get a number up on your banner if you can win this game.
Well, tournament time always brings out some jitters, but especially with teams, as we talked about, being so youthful. So it's going to be critical to see who can settle in first and just start playing.
Wenger. Quickly back out, East Knox. Triple team. Right side to Mielik. Mielik into the lane. Gets it over to Annette. Can't get it to fall. Rebound to Northmor. 4-4. 5:20 left here, opening quarter. So East Knox really going at the bucket early on, just can't get that clear shot off yet.
Yeah, just pretty good defense so far by Northmor, and good defense there by East Knox. Great to turn over with the offensive foul.
Reagan Swihart. So we'll take a look at the replay. Yeah, push off. That's a clear push off, turnover. Ball will come back to East Knox. Game tied at 4. Totten, top of the key. Lady Knights in a 2-3 extended zone. Get it inside to Mielek. Layup shot off the rim, no good. Back comes Northmor. Wenger fakes the 3, goes into the paint, tries to force one up, and she's going to get bailed out.
And like you said, there was a bailout. Real good drive by Wenger. The helper stepped over, was in pretty good position. Just keep her hands up and force her to make a tough shot. Instead, reached in and bailed her out. Now Wenger's going to go to the line.
Fouls against the net, her first, team's first. Wenger makes the first. She has all 5 points thus far, 5-4 Northmor. Off the iron, no good for the second. So Northmor leads 5-4 as we approach the midway point of the opening quarter.
Well, now Northmore's adjusted. Instead of going to that 3-2 extended zone, now they're playing a little diamond and 1. Looks like they're chasing. Is it Magers on? Yeah, I think chasing Magers, trying to face guard her, keep her from touching the basketball.
And when you have a physical team inside, something like that happens, you're able to, force those shots. We're going to get a jump ball here, and it will go to Northmor. So East Knox, they did get the offensive rebound, but Northmor stayed with it, forced the errant shot, and they do get the turnover.
That's really tough at this level. Coaches do a good job of mixing defenses, and when you're playing against younger players, you start mixing defenses and forcing the offense to change, the look they want to run. It makes it pretty difficult, and Northmore's done a good job of that early. And then on the other end, Wenger with the answer.
Lexi Wenger heating up early on. She has 8 points. It's 8-4 Northmor. Totten gets it over to Mielek. Mielek ball fakes into the paint.
Now Northmore went to an inverted triangle and 2. So another look, a defensive look from the Lady Knights.
So Coach Beachy really switching things up, confusing East Knox early on, and it's working.
It's working so far.
That's Brooke Dennison. Gets it over to Emily Jordan. Inside, layup shot, short. But stripped away. Knocked out of bounds. And it'll go back to East Knox.
East Knox does a really good job, the games I've seen, the Lady Bulldogs, real good job on the perimeter. It's that second level defense, those helpers, and then the rotations off of that have caused some issues. But again tonight they've done a good job so far on the ball, with the exception of getting to Wenger on the 3-point line.
We'll take a look at this one more time. Got the pass inside to Emily Zager. Rebound came back to Northmor, couldn't get the second shot, and then it goes out of bounds. So a really physical game, and not by the sense of, a lot of fouling and stuff, but just some good play inside the paint early on, really forcing you to make tough shots.
Well, in tournament time, that's really important, because the officiating starts to change a little bit. Coaches know this, players have to adapt to it, because as you get to tournament time, these officiating crews are working together for the first time as you start mixing crews, and you tend to see the physical play go a little bit more from the officials. They allow a few more bumps, a few more smacks on the wrist, etc. So, the teams need to adjust and understand that, every little bump, every little, push that may happen out on the court isn't going to get called, and you're just going to have to play through it.
3:07 left here, opening quarter. 8-4 Northmor leads. East Knox with possession. That's Totten. Looking for a screen left side. Gets it and gets it to a net. Three in the air off the rim, but it's offensive rebound. And that shot might have been deflected. Nonetheless, Northmor comes out of it. It looked like they were running a box and one that time.
Well, Lady Knights taking advantage of the weakness, playing to their strength, playing to East Knox's weakness, and that is the perimeter shooting. And they're basically daring the Lady Bulldogs to fire it from long range.
Wenger did get the offensive rebound. However, jump ball will be a turnover. 6th turnover for Northmor here. Natalie Smith into the lineup for East Knox. And immediately she'll get the ball. Almost turns it over, gets back to her.
East Knox just looks a little confused as far as how they want to attack this junk defense. You know, something they probably haven't seen all year, and they're struggling with it right now, trying to get into their offensive set.
They get the offensive rebound. They will reset. They did miss an open player on the other block.
Right, and against a defense like this, that baseline is where they're going to want to attack. If they can get the ball to the short corner and attack that bottom of the zone, they're going to be wide open. There's the look. Post flash was there. Just didn't get to it.
Smith for three, in and out, offensive rebound, put back, no good. Ball knocked out of bounds, and it'll stay with East Knox.
That's the issue Northmore's going to have if they stay in the zone, is rebounding out of a defense that you don't play a lot, where you don't get that individual matchup like you do in man-to-man to get the box outs. So even though East Knox may struggle to get some open looks, when they get those shots, they are going to have second chance opportunities if they can get to the offensive glass.
Lauren Johnson checks in for Northmor. Gives Wenger a break.
There's a baseline wide open.
Mielik, mid-range jumper, good.
And that's what she's got to do. Mielik has got to get herself to the paint and get some touches because she's really effective when she gets there.
8-6 Northmor. Mielik with 4 points. That three long. Back comes East Knox with a chance to tie or take the lead. Smith with it. Looking for Mielik, finally gets it to her. Now to Majors. Totten into the lane, puts it up too strong. Offensive rebound. Mielik puts it back up, can't get it. They get another offensive rebound. Mielik turnaround, air ball.
Oh,
and
great
what
hustle.
a play by Majors.
Outstanding hustle. His third chance, instead of letting the ball get out of bounds, she made the hustle play, got herself and her team an extra possession.
And it's plays like that what could determine this game tonight.
Absolutely.
This afternoon.
And what we anticipate is a close game. Those extra possessions are critical, especially if East Knox can get a finish here.
Can't that time. Totten is blocked. Under a minute to go. 8-6. Northmor at the lead. Dennison gets it to Johnson. Now to Swihart. 30 seconds. We'll see if Coach Beachy holds for the final shot of the quarter. Forces it into Caudell. She'll pull it back out.
I would be surprised if they don't pull it out, especially with having the possession error. They can get two possessions simultaneously, but instead they're like, forget that, we're going to knock down the triple.
Swihart for three.
No hesitation there.
And they tried to force it in. It's a turnover. And that'll do it for the first quarter. Northmor with the 11-6 lead in this Division IV Sectional Championship. We're going to take a break. We'll be back live and free on the OH Report.
Knox is the third place I have delivered. And hands down, it has been the best.
We're thankful that we received excellent care so close to home.
Knox Community Hospital welcomes you to our new freestanding birthing center where you can safely labor, deliver, and recover in a state-of-the-art birthing suite.
It was empowering, and I couldn't think of a better place to bring Parker into the world.
Knox Community Hospital, elevating care.
No paywalls, just live sports, exclusively on the OH Report.
Second quarter beginning here at the Dog Pound. Northmor with the 11-6 lead and possession. Travis Barry, Mark Bollinger coming to you from Howard. Dennison!
Lady Knights are using the 3-ball today. Take that lead to 8.
The freshman hits for 3. We're going to get a foul. Mielek will go to the line. And that's a good answer by East Knox right there. Just take it right at Northmor, get the answer, try and get some of that momentum back.
Exactly. The changing defenses from Northmor has kind of stymied East Knox as far as their aggressiveness. They've been really passive offensively, but that's the kind of play that they're going to need to get themselves in a situation to get back into this.
Mielek makes the first. Looking at some of the Facebook comments today. Millie Sue, good luck, Lady Knights. Dora Brown, let's go Northmor. Mielek hits them both. We'll try and get your comments in here as the game goes on.
East Knox staying with that half-court trap.
Almost gets the turnover, but instead it turns into Caudell for 2.
Sometimes it's better to be lucky than good. The ball bounced right to her, and she got an easy one.
Smith from the corner, got it.
Offenses are starting to pick up here a little bit.
East Knox running a 1-2-1-1 zone. Wenger air ball, got the offensive rebound, but we're going to get a walk. 7th Northmor turnover. We'll take a look at the hustle play here. Right place at the right time.
Right. And again, East Knox, unfortunately, not too bad a defense on the ball. Just the helper didn't rotate over quick enough and meet her outside the lane. Allowed her to get all the way to the basket, and at that point, there's nothing you can do.
16-10 Northmor. Minute gone by here, second quarter. Both teams sectional champions from a year ago. Smith again from the corner. Off the front iron, rebound, Swihart. And we're going to get a frustration foul on Smith. That'll be her second. That'll be her first, team second.
East Knox may be in trouble if they continue to just try to take the open 3 against this triangle and 2 defense that Northmore's playing. That's exactly what Northmor wants them to do. They want them to try to shoot that perimeter shot instead of attacking the paint. I'd like to see East Knox start to screen that zone a little bit and see if they can get some paint touches, whether it's off the dribble drive or through the post entry.
Into Wenger, nice extra pass. Doesn't go, but Emily Zager will go to the line for 2. Going back to the Facebook comments, Tammy Worm, let's go Lexi Wenger. She's doing well so far. 8 points for her. Jimmy Chafin, let's go Lady Knights. Kurt Kempton watching from Gloucester, Ohio. Welcome on in. Misses the first. Dora Brown, nice job Lexi. Carolyn Williams, let's go Lady Knights. Travis Perry. Carter Perry says let's go Lexi Wenger.
Lexi Wenger fan club is out in full force today.
Zager misses both, so an empty possession for Northmor. Back comes East Knox. Smith will pull it back out with 6:20 left in the half. Totten, now to Mielek. Thought about the 3, instead passes it over to Smith.
The Bulldogs can get ball reversals wide open on that backside baseline.
Finally, they do get it to that open player, but an errant shot. And back come the Golden Knights, 2-on-2. Caudell for 3, got it!
Transition 3, coaches love it. Wide open typically. Wenger gets it to her, and she knocks down another one.
4-3 by Northmor, they lead by 9. And that could cause problems for East Knox as Majors. Mielek knocked out of bounds, but if Northmor continues to hit this 3, do you have a 3-point threat that can cancel it out? That's the question.
In the regular season, the answer has been no. But exactly, and East Knox is not the kind of team that is able to score a lot of points in bunches, so they don't want to let this lead get too far away from them, because they're not a team that's going to be able to put together a huge run to get back in it.
That attempt blocked. Wenger puts it up. She'll go to the line. So another problem for East Knox right now is Northmore's height. You can't hit the 3, you have to take it in, but you're going up against a couple players that are much taller than your starting 5.
Right, and East Knox is going to have to figure something out offensively to get themselves some open looks. Every shot they've had for the most part today has been contested, and when you're trying to shoot contested shots, you're usually going to shoot a much lower percentage, and that's what's happened so far.
20-10 now, Northmor leads. Largest lead of the afternoon, and that's just moved up by 1. It's 11 now. 21-10 Northmor, firing on all cylinders at the moment. Mielek over the Smith. East Knox trying to work it around the perimeter. Forces one inside, it's a turnover. 7th East Knox turnover. Now Coach Beachy can get into his offense, run some clock if he wants to, or get an easy look there from Wenger. Just couldn't hit. And it will go to East Knox, but that was a good look. Wide open, right on the elbow, perfect look.
Absolutely, and again, that was just a really good offensive set. Winger came free, and they got her the ball at the top, turned, and there was nobody there on a closeout for East Knox. Usually Winger's going to knock that shot down.
21-10, Coach Beachy wants a 30-second timeout. Going back to our comments section, Cordella Williams, go Dogs. Leslie Long, good luck Lady Knights. Angie Evans, let's go Knights. Weston Mielek, good go Dogs. Probably rooting on his sister, Shanda. Weston hitting the 1,000 point mark earlier this year. We'll have their game, Devil Dogs game for a sectional championship next week. Looking forward to that one.
Yep, and congratulations to him. Outstanding accomplishment.
Leslie Long, go number 4, Emily Zager. And Amanda Kissling, way to go Paige Caudill. She hit a big 3, made it a 9-point game. Now it's an 11-point game. Bulldogs desperately need a bucket here. I know it's early, but momentum's everything. And if you can cut into that, it could help out.
It is, and again, East Knox is just really struggling with this defense by the Lady Knights. They're going to have to figure out something offensively, setting some screens, et cetera. Right now it looks like they're trying to run an open post offense. They're getting very little movement, especially away from the ball, and it's just allowing Northmor to match up in that triangle and 2 zone that they're playing.
So the Gold Knights up 11, looking to extend on that lead. Laura Keith checks back in for Natalie Smith for East Knox. Caudill will try another 3, and she got it again.
Wide open, inside out. As soon as her defender left her, post player kicked it out. She's wide open, feet set, buried it.
It's a 14-point lead as we approach the midway point of the second quarter. If you're head coach Freddie Beachy, you couldn't have asked for a better start from beyond the arc.
His team settled in really quick. They're following the game plan, doing a real good job. And like I said, have got themselves out to an early 14-point lead here as we start to get to closer to halftime.
East Knox gets the offensive rebound. And we're going to get a foul against Reagan Swihart. That'll be her second. And that could be one of the few bright spots right now for East Knox, is trying to get their bigs into foul trouble.
And that may be something they try to exploit here in the last 3 minutes, 40 seconds of the first half, is try to get the ball into the post, attack that, and see if they can continue to draw some fouls. Instead, they're going to put up the 3 from the left corner.
Offensive rebound, put back, doesn't go. East Knox with 8 offensive rebounds, but not much to show from it. Caudill's going to try for another 3. She got it again!
She is feeling it. Get her the basketball, and if she does, she's going to tickle the twine from deep.
11 points for Paige Caudill. It's a 27-10 lead. And finally, East Knox answers. Josie Totten onto the board, 27-12. Approaching 3 minutes left here in the half.
East Knox needs to force some turnovers, see if they can get something in transition. Instead, easy basket for the Lady Knights.
Emily Jordan for 2. It's back up to 17. Mielek almost turned it over, but got it deflected off Alexi Wenger. Heads up play there. Keeps it with East Knox. We take a look at the layup by Emily Jordan. Nice passing.
Lady Knights have done an outstanding job passing the basketball, finding the open shooter. And Caudill's been the recipient of that, and she's definitely taken advantage.
East Knox gets it into Mielek. Now the Totten. They're going to try another three. Too strong. Rebound East. The Northmor.
East Knox misfires again from deep. 0 for 6 in the first half from three-point land.
Just inside the three-point line. Jordan misses. And we're going to get a foul call. That'll be the fourth foul against East Knox and the second against Lexi Wenger. So Swihart and Wenger both with 2 fouls. They will both take a seat. And this is a big chance right here for East Knox to get some points with the 2 leading scorers for Northmor on the bench.
Right, East Knox probably looking at this seeing, can we get it to 10 to 12 point, deficit by the time we get into the half with those 2, with Wenger on the bench. But only scoring 12 points so far and turning it over is not going to help their case.
9 turnovers for East Knox. 2 minutes left in the half. 29-12 Northmor. Mielek almost with the interception. Zager too strong. Rebound. Will be a jump ball and it'll be a change of possession.
It's been a tough combination so far for East Knox offensively. When you're turning the ball over as many times they have 9, I believe, in the first half and not shooting it well, makes for a bad combination. But there you go, attack the basket.
And that's exactly what they need to do. Take it at the bigs, get fouled, and go to the line.
Well, with Northmor playing that triangle, there's so many natural gaps created in that zone. It's just a matter of exploiting that with the dribble drive. If you do that, not only are you going to get fouled, but that backside is going to be wide open for the easy dump off for the layup.
First free throw missed. Foul was on Kayleen Brinkman, the freshman brought up from the JV team because of her height today, and it's helped out. Got the second.
See if East Knox can create some offense off their defense here. Get a turnover, get a basket or 2 in transition, try to narrow this deficit before the half.
And we're going to get a walk against Northmor. They had 2 open players underneath, but just the hustle there by Totten forces the errant pass and the walk.
So they did the job on the defensive end, forcing the turnover. Now coming the other way, execute on the offensive end, get yourself an open look, cut into the deficit. Just have to chisel away. It's not going to all come at once. Just chisel away possession by possession.
Mielek, she'll try a 3 off the back iron. Rebound bounced around, and it's knocked out of bounds, and it'll stay with East Knox. So good hustle by Mielek. Misses the 3, but immediately realizes it's probably going to be too strong, goes into the lane, volleyballs it back out, and it goes out of bounds to stay with them.
And we've seen Mielek throughout the season do a real good job of attacking the paint, scoring in the post area. Like to see her get a touch at the high post elbow area and then attack the basket off the bounce and see if she can get something easy.
Annette into the lane. Short, rebound Mielek. She'll put it up and she'll go to the line.
That's one way to do it. If you're not getting the ball in the offense, shot goes up. We always told our guys, shot goes up. That rebound, that's just like a pass. Go get it. And she did. And see if she can get the line and convert.
Fouls against Emily Jordan, her first. First free throw in and out. Haley Dilly checks back in for Emily Jordan. Ball knocked out of bounds. So Mielek misses both. And possession will go to Northmor with 52.6 left in the half, up by 16.
I think frustration's starting to set in a little bit with East Knox. They just can't get anything to go their way right now. If they can just get themselves to halftime, the locker room, maybe, make some adjustments and get themselves refocused for the second half.
And East Knox gets the turnover. Ahead is Annette, puts it up, and she'll go to the line.
So in the last 4 or 5 possessions, we've seen East Knox able to get themselves to the paint, get fouled, get the free throw line, but once they get there, they need to convert.
Yeah, they're controlling the ball better, too. They're going into the defender instead of just throwing it up and getting blocked. They're actually creating contact to get to the line.
Absolutely. Changing the hip angle, getting their inside shoulder in the defender and keeping the ball away from them and give themselves a chance.
And that makes the first. That's our first point of the game. Short on the second. Now the Golden Knights. We'll see if they'll hold. They didn't hold in the first quarter.
I'm sure they'd take the same result, hit a three, but looks like they're going to hold and probably go to an isolation. Probably 1-4 set.
5 seconds, they got to go. Dennison, and we're going to get an offensive foul.
Yeah, they're trying to go into a 1-4 set, low set and then bringing a player off to get a high ball screen, and unfortunately didn't let her get set and called the offensive foul. See if East Knox can get something up here in the last 2.8 and get something to go.
It was the 8th against Northmor, but because it was a player control foul, almost went in on the bucket, but that'll do it for the half. But player control foul, they don't go to the line for that. We've reached halftime of this Division IV Girls Sectional Final, and the Golden Knights hitting from beyond the arc. They have a 29-14 lead over the 5th-seeded East Knox Bulldogs. We'll take a break. Be back with some halftime stats and analysis right here, live and free on the OH Report.
Knox is the third place I have delivered, and hands down, it has been the best.
We're thankful that we received excellent care so close to home.
Knox Community Hospital welcomes you to our new freestanding birthing center, where you can safely labor, deliver, and recover in a state-of-the-art birthing suite.
It was empowering, and I couldn't think of a better place to bring Parker into the world.
Knox Community Hospital, elevating care.
No paywalls, just live sports, exclusively on the OH Report.
It is halftime here in this Division IV Sectional Championship, and the Northmor Lady Knights with a 29-14 lead over East Knox as we take a look at our halftime stats. And it's been all Northmor. 45% from the field, but the big stat, 6 of 12 from 3, 50%.
18-point difference from three-point land. As you said, they're 6 of 12 from 3. You know, when we get to looking at the stats from East Knox, 0 for 8.
Yeah, 0 for 8 for East Knox, and they're 5 of 26 from the field, 19%. 4 of 8 from the free throw line. Northmor 3 of 5, but that shooting percentage. Inside the paint, they have 5 made field goals. Northmor only 4, but like you said, that 18-point difference from 3, it's the main difference right now. East Knox out-rebounding Northmor 14-12, 9-2 on the offensive end, but they just aren't able to capitalize on those offensive rebounds.
Yeah, they're doing a great job of giving themselves second-chance opportunities, but when you're shooting 19% from the floor, you've turned it over 9 times, that's a bad combination, especially at a critical point in the season at tournament time.
Scoring in the first half. First for the Lady Knights, Paige Caudell, 3 threes, 11 points to lead the way. Lexi Wenger with 10 points. Reagan Swihart and Brooke Dennison each with 3. Emily Jordan with 2. As for the Lady Knights, Shanda Mielik with 6. Josie Totten with 3. Natalie Smith, Alexandria Majors with 2 each. And Maddie Annette with 1. If you're head coach Chip Posderick, what are you telling your girls right now in the break?
Well, I think one of the things they're probably doing is they're probably drawing some things up so they understand how they're going to attack this Northmor triangle and 2 zone. Majors not scoring is big for East Knox. And not only not scoring, she's not even getting a lot of looks. So at halftime, I would guess they're probably spent the majority of halftime going through offensive sets. How are we going to attack this zone? Are we going to use the ball screen and screen the zone? Are we going to screen away? What are we going to do? Throughout the season, East Knox ran a really nice offense with a lot of cross screens, back screens, some UCLA cuts. Gave themselves good opportunities. Against the zone, they haven't been running that offense, so I don't know if they may transition back to that, get away from the open post offense they've been running, or they may just talk about we're going to stay in that open post offense, but when we get the ball to the wing and that baseline, we need to attack it off the dribble drive.
Yeah, and it's different than a regular 2-3 or 3-2 because you have that one man-to-man look. So it's going to be a little bit harder to drive and kick, especially with that one, I guess you could say, a rover running around and creating havoc, and they have thus far.
And that goes back to preparation. As coaches, you talk about special situations, you practice them, and that's one thing that I hope that coaches do is they attack special defenses, at least talk about it, because if not, you get into a situation like this, it's really hard at halftime if you haven't practiced it to go in there and make these adjustments against a special defense, a junk defense like this, if you haven't done that. So, hopefully they've went over this and talked about it, so when they go in there at halftime, they can say, hey, we did this in practice, this is how we're going to attack it, make the adjustments and get that done.
Your score on the Knox Community Hospital scoreboard, Golden Knights 29, Bulldogs 14. We're going to take one more quick break and be back with the second half action in this sectional championship live and free on the OH Report.
Knox is the 3rd place I have delivered, and hands down, it has been the best.
We're thankful that we received excellent care so close to home.
Knox Community Hospital welcomes you to our new freestanding birthing center where you can safely labor, deliver, and recover in a state-of-the-art birthing suite.
It was empowering, and I couldn't think of a better place to bring Parker into the world.
Knox Community Hospital, elevating care.
No paywalls, just live sports, exclusively on the OH Report.
Back here at the Dog Pound, where we are just about ready to go in the third quarter. But first, let's take a look at some more of your comments on Facebook and YouTube. Christopher Kashubi. Hopefully I got your last name right. If not, just correct me. No problem there. Go Golden Knights. Jack Kegley, come on Lady Knights. Charles Naylor, good job Emily Jordan. Scott Gumpf. Nice work Lexi and Reagan, go Knights. Dana Dilly, let's go Haley and the Lady Knights. Gonna take a wild guess, say that's her mom or grandma. Jamie Zager, let's go Emily Zager and the Knights. And Jimmy Chafe, and what's more, keep rolling Lady Knights, and that's what they look to do here as they will get possession to start the second half. Winner moves on to the district semifinal next week. And we're back to play.
And right away we see a change defensively from East Knox. They go away from the zone, come out man-to-man.
And Northmor with its third offensive rebound after the miss for three. And I think that ends a streak of three-point shots missed. And that has to be a good sign for the Lady Bulldogs. Back-to-back misses from beyond the arc. Maybe Northmore's cooling down a bit. But on the other end, once again, Swihart's height really causing problems.
Nice diagonal bounce in the extra.
Two shots close, couldn't get it.
Well, this is a start East Knox needed from Northmor. 2 straight possessions, they've came up empty. Now we'll see if the Lady Bulldogs can finish and find something on the offensive end to get themselves going.
Gets it to Mielek. Mielek jump stops, ball deflected. It'll go out of bounds. And it will go to Northmor, turnover. 10th turnover for East Knox. Minute gone by, still 29-14.
That's just a tough play. Mielek did a great job. She got herself to the paint. She had the right read, but unfortunately young players, only a sophomore, tried to go over the top instead of throwing the nice little bounce pass through there that would have probably got through for a backside basket.
Nice ball movement once again. In and out on the shot, though, and we're going to get a foul call against Haley Dilly over the back. Well, not quite over the back. That's not a foul, but a push off the rebound. So once again, another missed opportunity for Northmor to extend on their lead. Now East Knox, they're going to have to start converting if they want to come back.
And Northmore's continuing to stay in the triangle. Somebody else is going to need to step up for East Knox.
Too strong on that one. Back come the Golden Knights. Swihart stripped, though. East Knox with numbers. And we'll get 2 shots. I thought that was going to be a charge call. Take a look at the replay.
May have turned her body just a little bit at the end, but it was close.
Majors misses the first. Got the second. First points of the second half. 29-15. East Knox almost gets the turnover. Wenger's trapped in the corner, gets through it. And that's knocked out of bounds to another Northmor turnover. And for Coach Beachy, this is not the start you want for the second half.
Not the start he wanted at all. They come out in 5 possessions, and they're still empty on the offensive end as far as points. East Knox is doing what they need to do defensively to get back in the game. See if they can get something on offense.
Winner of this one gets the winner of Fisher Catholic and Grove City Christian. That game tips off tonight at 7. That ball tipped out of bounds. It'll stay with the Lady Bulldogs. 5:58 left here in the third quarter, 29-15 Northmor.
Northmor just continuing to dare the Lady Bulldogs to shoot it from the perimeter, and it's working so far because they just can't find the bottom of the rim or bottom of the basket.
Another offensive rebound turns into nothing. 5:45 left in the third. Swihart gets it over to Caudill, back to Swihart. Now to Wenger. Almost got the 5-second call there, but gets it away to Swihart. Nice pick and roll to Swihart, and she'll go to the line.
Real nice job there. Little ball screen action, and got the roll as that backside helper starts sliding back in there. Instead of throwing it to the roller, that next pass to the perimeter jump shooter is going to be wide open. Another look, maybe you put Caudill over on that side. Easy open look for the Lady Knights.
Mielik called for the foul. Swihart hits the first. 30-15, as Brooke Dennison will check in for Paige Caudill. Swihart got them both. 31-15. Majors across the timeline. Into the hands of Mielik. She'll drive into the paint, jump stops. Trapped, turns it over, no. Stays with East Knox. Mielik gets the extra pass. 3 in the air by Keith. Off the iron, offensive rebound. And they'll go to the line. So another offensive rebound, but this time East Knox will have a chance to get points out of it.
Northmor doing an outstanding job of pressuring the basketball, taking those corner traps, forcing East Knox to get the ball reversed, daring them to shoot the 3. East Knox coming up empty for the 9th time today from three-point land.
Majors misses the first. Emily Jordan now checks in for Haley Dilly.
Be interesting to see if East Knox makes this free throw, if they extend full court pressure off the made free throw. Try to change the tempo, change the dynamic, change momentum.
Swihart gets it over to Jordan. Jordan picks up her dribble. Almost gets the turnover. Now in the hands of Swihart. 4:25 left here, third quarter. 15-point Northmor lead. Wenger fakes the 3. And they'll reset. And we get a steal. Mielik. Off balance shot, doesn't go. Probably like to see a jump stop there.
Jump stop and finish. Little off balance on that.
But Wenger turns it over. And now the 14th Northmor turnover. So East Knox, they're not able to capitalize on these situations right now. This could be about a 10-point game if they were able to capitalize on these turnovers.
Absolutely. They're getting their chances. They're just not finishing.
And Annette will go to the line, and I believe that's 3 fouls on Swihart, and it is another big break for Northmor, as Brinkman will come in for her after this shot. Ooh. And Annette misses the first.
Well, in facing this kind of deficit with, halfway through the third quarter, if East Knox can continue to attack the basket and get themselves the free throw line, Northmor already has 14 fouls. If they can find a way to get themselves the free throw line with the clock stopped in the fourth quarter, that's one way they can maybe get back into it. But when they get there, they've got to make free throws.
6 of 14 from the line this afternoon. 31-16 Northmor, 3:38 left here. And we're going to get a walk. So the 15th turnover by Northmor.
5 turnovers in about 4.5 minutes for the Lady Knights. Struggling offensively, but they're still getting it done on the defensive end.
And this is the Northmor team that's played most of the season, turnover-prone squad. If they can just get back to where they were in that first half, they'll be golden.
Right, they play a great first half. Now, Coach Beachy had to be elated with the way they played in the first half. Second half, seeing a little bit different of a team, but they're still, up by 15. Comfortable lead at this point.
Smith's 3 off the line, but she gets her own rebound. Majors with it in the corner, almost got it stripped, picks it back up. Gets it to Smith. Inside to Mielik, and she walked.
East Knox making it really, really hard on themselves. they're not rotating at all when the Lady Knights get them in a trap. When they're in that trap, somebody's got to come to the basketball, make themselves available, and get that ball out of there and get it reversed. They're just standing and watching right now and allowing their teammate to struggle against that double team.
And that would be a place where you could also get a little bit, a kick out for maybe a 5-6 foot shot. Smith, nice pass to Mielek, puts it up, doesn't get it. Rebound, put up, good. Majors with 6.
Again, like to see Mielek attack the basket, get that inside shoulder into that defender. Instead of falling away, be the aggressor, get yourself to the rim, go through the defender rather than shying off.
So Coach Beachy's going to get a full timeout here.
I think he understands they're kind of in a little danger zone here. You know, you're up by 13, you're feeling comfortable, but we know that lead can evaporate pretty quickly, and I'm sure he's, you know, a little upset. 2 points so far this half, not being efficient, turning the ball over, not getting the looks they want. Probably come out of this timeout, run a set, maybe try to get Winger something easy off of a back screen or a down screen and see if they can get her something in the paint.
And once again, we'll look at the replay of that last bucket, and Mielek off balance again, fading away. If she can, even if she fades away with 2 feet, she was on her 1 foot right there, misses it, but thankfully they got the offensive rebound there to put back. But it seems like East Knox still just rushing their shots. They can just compose themselves a little bit more. Some of those shots will fall.
And again, I think sometimes it comes back to tournament time, inexperienced players, a little jittery, not doing what you typically do. Settle in, play your game, play to your strengths, be who you are. Be who you are. And right now, they're just not doing that on the offensive end the way we've seen them at different times throughout the season play on the offensive end.
And there's still over 10 minutes left in this game. It's only a 13-point game. You get a couple more buckets here, get it under 10 points to start the fourth, you might have a chance. That's knocked out of bounds, but it'll stay with the Golden Knights after the offensive rebound. They're 5th.
And by his reaction, that's not what Coach Michi wanted out of the timeout.
Wenger looking to get it in. She does. And we're going to get a foul.
Nice baseline out of bounds set. Screen the screener action. They had both actually wide open, the backside and the person who screened rolling to the basket. They had their choice.
And the Golden Knights with a chance. Got the first. Only the 3rd point in the quarter for Northmor. And they've all been from the free throw line.
All from the free throw line. The struggle has been real on the offensive end. Quarter number 3 for the Lady Knights.
In and out on the second. Oh, big screen by Mielek, and it was legal.
And that's one way you loosen up a tight defender. Set that ball screen.
And we are going to get a push. Referees let them play for a while, but, got a little bit out of hand there.
Yeah. And as you talked about, what a great screen by Mielek. Set, legal, and everything. Northmor, you're wondering, hey, somebody talk to me and let me know that back screen's coming. It snapped her neck.
That's happened to me before, and you can get some good whiplash off of those.
Yes. That's something at a timeout. You're looking at your teammates like somebody's got to take care of me on that one.
Nice ball movement, but blocked.
Nice step through. Thought she had a lane to the basket, but Winger recovers and blocks it.
And that's one of the great defensive things that Wenger does. She's able to get her hand on the ball no matter where it is and get the strip and not draw the foul.
And that's what we thought we were going to see offensively at that timeout a couple possessions ago, is trying to get the ball to Winger on the left block, let her make a play, and there you go, screen the screener action off the baseline out of bounds.
But they still can't get it to fall. Ahead to Mielek, underneath the bucket, kicks it back out. Just inside the three-point line, offline. Rebound to Northmor. Wenger has a girl open. Caudill rejected.
Nice job by Northmor in transition, getting the ball up the court quick, but great recovery. Blocked it out of bounds.
Mielek with a huge screen, now a huge block into the 5th row if there was one down there. And now East Knox with the turnover. But they give it right back.
Give it right back. Both teams continue to shoot themselves in the foot. Northmor, chance to really open it up and kind of put this one away. East Knox trying to get back into it, but every possession is critical as we get deeper into this game.
Lady Knights get it in. Wenger intercepted again. Smith this time with the pick. She'll bring it up with 1:12 left in the third. But it's turned right back over.
Whoever advances to play next round is definitely going to have to do a better job of taking care of the basketball if you're going to knock off the number 3 seed Fisher Catholic.
Under a minute to play here in the third. 14-point Northmor lead. Dennison got bumped by Mielek.
And that's another situation where Mielek did a really good job pressuring the basketball. She had her going to the angle she wanted. She wasn't attacking the basket. She was pushing her towards that baseline corner. Little bump at the end and fouled her, kind of bailed her out where she was in good defensive position.
So that 18-8 second quarter proving to be huge for Northmor right now. Ball bounced out of bounds. It'll stay with the Lady Knights. And now these passes starting to be a little bit more errant. And despite all that, they still have a 14-point lead.
And that's what they have to feel good about. They haven't played well in this third quarter, but they've maintained that lead. They're at 14 with the basketball. Chance to expand and finish out and go to the fourth quarter with a solid lead and in control of this basketball game.
Dennison picks up her dribble, gets it away to Wenger. 23 seconds left. Now to Caudill. She pulls it back out, gets it over to Dennison. 15 seconds left. Dennison with the spin. Gets it over, knocked out of bounds. It'll stay with the Lady Knights with 8.7 left.
Gonna run something quick here. I would guess they'll try to get into Zinger and Winger maybe get a ball screen, quick throw to the post.
Into Caudill, puts it up off the iron. Offensive rebound put back. And Zager will go to the line for 2 with 4.1 left in the third. Zager 0 of 2 from the line this afternoon. Misses again. Sometimes the reverse jinx works, but not that time for me.
She just had the ball so far out in front of her. She'd get it a little bit closer to her body, be nice and straight coming up. A lot of movement before she released it. Ooh, ball hit the top of the backboard up there and support and didn't call it.
Oh, almost hit it again. But that'll do it for the third quarter. Your score after 3, Northmor 32, East Knox 18 in this Division IV Sectional Championship. We'll be back live and free on the OH Report.
Knox is the third place I have delivered. And hands down, it has been the best.
We're thankful that we received excellent care so close to home.
Knox Community Hospital welcomes you to our new freestanding birthing center where you can safely labor, deliver, and recover in a state-of-the-art birthing suite.
It was empowering, and I couldn't think of a better place to bring Parker into the world.
Knox Community Hospital, elevating care.
No paywalls, just live sports, exclusively on the OH Report.
8 minutes to determine a sectional champion, and the Lady Knights of Northmor putting on a strong showing thus far. They're up 14, but East Knox with the ball with a chance to cut into that. That'll be deflected out of bounds, and we'll have an injured player on the floor. So the winner of this game will go on to play either third-seeded Fisher Catholic or 13th-seeded Grove City Christian. Like you said earlier, Fisher Catholic played a tough one against Centerburg earlier this year.
42-41 victory for Lancaster Fisher Catholic. But as we know, saw last night in Central District and Division II girls, upsets happen. Number 9 London upset number 6 Bloom Carroll. Number 13 Lakewood upset number 4 Whitehall. So the seeding doesn't mean everything this time of year. So even though we're expecting Fisher Catholic, it may not be Fisher Catholic.
That was Brooke Dennison on the floor. She's able to walk off on her own power, which is very good to see. But, seeding isn't that big this year. Mielek for 3, way offline. Just because of COVID. Some teams didn't have a lot of games, maybe seeded lower, but they have the ability to beat a number 4 or a number 3 team.
Right, and then how many games did teams play without their best players who were under quarantine, something like that? They weren't at full force the entire season. So yeah, the seeding is kind of a crapshoot this year, and anybody can beat anybody. We know that any given night.
34-18 after the putback. Mielek into the lane, puts it up, got it.
And that's the Mielek that we kind of expected, and East Knox is going to need if they're going to close fast here in the fourth.
8 points for her. It's 34-20. 7:06 left in the game. Swihart picks up her dribble, gets it stripped away. Annette to the lane. Got it. 4 straight for East Knox. It's down to 12.
Yeah, first time all night we've seen East Knox score on consecutive possessions.
And another turnover. It'll be a jump ball, however. So East Knox will give it right back.
And East Knox needs to continue to do this. They've got to change the game. What they did the first 3 quarters wasn't working. They have to completely change, do something different, pick up the defense, etc. Northmor, look to settle in, get the ball to your best players, make good decisions, see if you can get something easy and sustain this little push by East Knox. That's exactly the answer they needed.
Lexi Wenger, easy take. She has 12. 14-point game once again. Smith, intercepted.
Great hands on the defensive end by Reagan Swihart. Closed out. Defender or the offensive player tried to go over the top, got her hands on it, created the turnover.
Lady Knights will retain possession. A couple substitutions coming in here.
Great look, easy one. Swihart gets the basket, extends that lead to 16.
And those easy looks after East Knox had 2 straight buckets. Mielek into the lane now, got it in 1.
And that is her game, attacking the basket, using her strength. Last couple times she scored, on balance, been able to get through the defender, get the ball to go, and get herself to the line on this one.
So a chance to cut this to 13. Doesn't get it. Free throws really hurting East Knox right now. We'll get a foul against the net.
I have a feeling we're going to see a lot of free throw attempts here in the fourth quarter.
It'll be her second, and we're going to get a timeout. 30-second timeout. Going back into our comments section. Tammy Worm, keep it up, Lexi Wenger. Carol Sickmiller, great job, Knights. Becky Strobel, let's go Lady Knights. Number 10, Dennison. Kylie Caudill, go Paige Caudill. And Leslie Long, come on, Knights. Busy day here at the OH Report. We had Upper Sandusky boys playing at noon against Mohawk. It's pretty much a double-ended day for the boys. We'll have the first and the last games of the day. West Holmes, Mansfield Senior at 7:30, but the 1 o'clock game starts our sectional championship coverage. This game, 4 o'clock, Ontario at Mansfield Senior. I'll be up at Fredericktown at 7 o'clock as the Freddies look to advance. And then Garrett Parlett, Storm Blunchley will be at Mount Gilead at 7 o'clock for their sectional finals. Wenger.
Great job by Wenger. Showed her numbers to the offensive player on the perimeter. Got her a post touch turn, left shoulder. Got it to go.
40-24. It's knocked out of bounds. It'll stay with East Knox, who needs to start hitting shots now, down 16. And they get the turnover. Swihart slows it down as she hits the timeline. Gets it over to Dennison, who's back in. She's going to try a three. That would have been a dagger if it would have gone, but it goes out of bounds, and it will go to East Knox.
Northmore's probably going to continue to slow things down. Not sure East Knox is going to have enough possessions to get back into this one if the Lady Knights can keep the tempo the way they want it.
And Alexandria Majors, if they want to get back into this, they're going to have to score with the clock stopped, and that's what they have to do.
Absolutely. On that one, I thought she was going to maybe drop it to the backside for an easy layup. Instead, she continued to attack. She's going to take herself to the free throw line.
Emily Jordan called for her second foul. Majors hits the first.
And now we're under 5.5 to go, 15-point lead. I would think East Knox is going to have to do something as far as extending the court and trying to create turnovers. They can't allow Northmor just to bring the ball up and work some time off the clock and run offense. They're going to have to take some gambles here.
Yeah, exactly. And they're going to have to hit. That's a tough foul there. Feet got tangled, but nonetheless, it is a foul against Smith. That'll be her second, and I believe we're going to have a 1-and-1. That'll be Smith's third, and Dennison will go to the line. No, it's only the sixth, they say. So instead, they get the inbound and easy layup by Jordan.
Same offensive action off the baseline out of bounds. High cross screen, diagonal, roll down the lane line, wide open, got themselves another easy basket. Great execution by the Lady Knights in special situations off that baseline out of bounds.
Back on the other end, Mielik gets the bucket. So it's 42-27.
Beautiful look. Woo. Ball screen action with the dump off for the easy.
Timeout, Freddie Beachy.
Every time East Knox tries to creep back into it, get it down to 12 to 14 points, Northmore's had an answer.
44-27 your score. Golden Knights doing everything they need right now. Up 17. Mielik with 12 for East Knox. Majors with 7. And then scoring really drops from there for East Knox. As for the Lady Knights, Caudell still without a bucket in the second half, though she has 11 points. Wenger now with 14. Jordan with 6. And Reagan Swihart with 7. So more balanced on the Northmor side.
Yeah, and the Lady Knights have done an outstanding job of moving the basketball, getting everybody involved, getting it to the open shooter, just like that last possession. Came off of a high ball screen, attacked it as soon as the helper stepped over, dumped it off to the helper. East Knox didn't rotate. Northmore was able to get an easy one and execute and take this lead back to 17. And right now, Lady Knights have to be feeling really good about where they're at as they try to finish out this sectional final.
And this will be tough for East Knox because they don't have a real three-point threat.
Yeah, East Knox 0 for 13 on the day from deep. And, yeah, when you're down 17, you're going to need some threes to go. And so far today, it hasn't happened.
It's going to be a foul against Caudell, so East Knox will go to the line. So once again, East Knox with the clock stopped. 4:17 left. Needs to hit these. In and out. And we'll get a double dribble.
And they're going to correct it. East Knox player deflected it out of her hand, so going to wave off the double dribble, give possession back to the Lady Knights.
It's a good call by the refs. Dennison gets around the screen, gets it to Caudill, back out to Swihart, midway point of the fourth. And you could hear it up here, the slap, so Swihart will go to the line for a 1-and-1. It'll be a Nets third. Swihart 2 of 2 from the line today. Make that 3 of 3.
Swihart's played a real nice game on both ends of the floor today. Offensively, she's been real efficient. Defensively, getting her hand on a lot of basketballs, rebounding it. She's played a real solid game.
Gets them both. 46-27. Under 4 to go. Mielek pulls up, too strong.
And there was Swihart again, stepping up. High hand to contest without fouling. Made a difficult shot for Lady Bulldogs. And again, another empty possession for East Knox. And Northmore's going to take it down and probably run some clock.
Exactly what they need to do right now. Up 19, plenty of distance. And under 4 minutes to go. And that's a 5-second call, so a turnover.
Yeah, Lexi just didn't get deep enough on that ball screen. She allowed that defender to slide over the top, and when that happened, the count continued, and it ended up getting a 5 count.
Totten gets it to Mielek, back to Totten. She'll drive in, pull up. No good. Rebound to Northmor. Oh, but the Golden Knights turn it back over.
Yeah, Coach Beach, he's going to be happy. Looks like he's going to get a win, advance to district play, but there's also a lot of things he gets to coach and correct.
Mielek with the sweet jumper. 46-29, 17-point lead for Northmor, under 3 to go. And for you Lady Knights fans, if a miracle does not happen here from East Knox, as Swihart airballs the 3. Still the doors open for East Knox, though, I should say, after that rebound. But Lady Knights split with Centerburg this year. And like you said, Centerburg barely lost to the 3rd seed
Fisher Catholic.
in Fisher Catholic. So, I mean, this is a good matchup for either team.
Unfortunately, I don't know enough about Fisher Catholic to know what kind of matchup, what kind of style they play to see how well it goes. In tournament time, that is so critical. What kind of matchups do you get?
Mielek gets the first.
Mielek's put together a really nice second half here for East Knox. She's been the lone bright spot on the offensive end for the Bulldogs.
She has 15. Almost got the steal as well, but just knocked out of bounds. Mielek, only a sophomore. I know. Coach Chip loves her underclassmen, loves the style, the tenacity that they have. Nice inbounds play. Easy bucket once again for Wenger.
A nice job by Wenger using the basket to shield the defender. Took it over to the right side and was able to finish to give her 16 on the night.
Annette, trap, gets it back out. 3 in the air. Finally, one falls.
First one tonight. 1 of 14 from 3 for East Knox.
Totten hits it. And it's a 15-point game with 2:15 left.
See if East Knox starts fouling here. Play a little hack-a-shack, see if they could get some Northmore misses to get themselves back in the line.
Dennison will try a 3 off the iron. Swihart with a rebound, puts it back up and in.
She's been the answer in the second half.
Coach Beachy wanted Dennison to pull it back out instead of take the 3, but it works out. And on the other end, Mielek gets the acrobatic shot to fall. It's back to 15.
See if they run and jump here. Now they're just hedging at it. They're really not doubling the ball. Looks like they're going to kind of just let it play out here, down 15.
Dennison.
Northmore's content. They'll gladly take time off the clock and move on to district play.
Mielek gets the strip, but it'll stay with Northmor. East Knox, 2 seniors on his squad. Josie Totten, Maddie Annette. And Totten will be called for the foul, and Caudill will go to the line for a 1-and-1.
See if Caudill can add to her total. Hit some big shots in the first half to give Northmor a little bit of breathing room.
Got the first, her first point of the second half. 51-35. Got them both. 13 points for her. Back to a 17-point game. Annette loses the handle, turns it over. Wenger gets it to Dennison. Now to Swihart, under a minute to play. But they turn it over.
21 on the night so far for the Lady Knights.
Three in the air. Holy cow, how'd that go? Totten just threw that up and it went in. They get the turnover, but this is going to be too little, too late for East Knox. Gotta love the fact that they're playing to the final buzzer, but they could have used those shots at the end of the third quarter.
Yeah, a little bit earlier in the game would have been nice, but they got a couple to go and narrowed the deficit. Good hustle there. Both teams continuing to play hard. We get under 30 seconds.
We come up on 10 seconds left. And the Northmor Lady Knights have won back-to-back sectional championships. Your final score, Northmor 52, East Knox 38. We're going to take a break. We'll be back with our player of the game as well as our final stats and analysis live and free on the OH Report.
Knox is the third place I have delivered. And hands down, it has been the best.
We're thankful that we received excellent care so close to home.
Knox Community Hospital welcomes you to our new freestanding birthing center where you can safely labor, deliver, and recover in a state-of-the-art birthing suite.
It was empowering, and I couldn't think of a better place to bring Parker into the world.
Knox Community Hospital, elevating care.
No paywalls, just live sports, exclusively on the OH Report.
time now for your Knox Community Hospital player of the game. That is Lexi Winger, a team high 16 points and back-to-back sectional championships. That's got to be a good feeling for you, Lexi.
It feels really good, yeah.
First off, talk about the game. You guys were on fire from beyond the arc in the first half. 50% from the field, 6 of 12, and that really made the pace of the game for you guys.
Yeah, we knew we had to come out strong right away because we have a habit of getting in a deficit and having to work our way back, and we didn't want to do that today. And so we came out on a roll, and then Paige Caudill was on fire from outside, and that really got us going and set the pace for the rest of the game for us.
I think there was a sequence there in the first half where I think it was you and Paige hit on 4 straight possessions, hit a 3.
Yeah.
And that's the point that really extended this game. You ended up outscoring East Knox 18-8 in that second quarter to take a comfortable lead, and that's all you had coming back.
Yeah.
I know you got a fan section behind me. You know any of these people? You want to give them a shout out? Go ahead.
No, they're good. No, I was kidding. It was an awesome team win tonight. I couldn't have done it. Couldn't have done it without these girls.
This season it's been up and down for you guys. You've had some tough losses. But it seems like you guys are peaking at the right time and playing your best basketball when you need to in the tournament.
Yeah, we really are. We knew we had a rough season, and we knew we Crestline and Galleon come into this, and I think that kind of got a momentum booster. It feels a lot better to win than it does to lose. So I think that really helped us get going and just start this good tournament run for hopefully.
Now, to start the second half, the third quarter, you were outscored 4-3. So not a lot of points scored there, but it seemed like East Knox was starting to get some momentum to start the third quarter, but then Coach Beachy called a timeout. What did he tell you guys inside the huddle?
Coming out of halftime, we knew we couldn't give anything. We had to just keep working how we did in the first half. The game wasn't won yet at all. And so in that timeout, he just kind of told us the same thing again, like, listen, you haven't won yet. You got to keep playing as hard as you can. Just be disciplined in the fundamentals and don't start to turn the ball over too much. All
right, well, you guys will play on the 23rd, so 3 days from now, Tuesday night, 7 o'clock. If Fisher Catholic holds on, they'll be down there. But if somehow Grove City Christian pulls off the upset, you're going to get one more game in the Castle. So what's your thoughts on playing in another district semifinal?
So I guess we've played in 2 the past 2 years, so it would really be nice to get a win in one finally and be able to keep going past district semis. And so I think if we play how we did tonight and then on top of that a little better and push harder in the third and fourth, then we could definitely pull out that win. All right, and last but not least, you want to look into the camera, give a shout-out. There's a lot of people from Golden Knight Nation watching, and a lot of people watching you right here, too. But if you want to give any shout-outs, go ahead right now. Thanks to everyone watching and for coming out to watch us today. All right, thank you, Lexi Wenger, our Knox Community Hospital player of the game. As we bring Mark back in. Now I have Mark back as we pull up the final statistics. We're going to try and get head coach Freddie Beachy here in a little while as well, but let's get through the stats first. Lady Knights finished the night, the afternoon, 45%, and that's where they were in the first half. So they stayed consistent from the field. They were 6 of 17, only hit 1 3 in that second half, but only 1 of 5, so they didn't take as many shots because they didn't need to. Right.
They did a real good job in the fourth quarter especially. They struggled in the third quarter to get anything going, but then in that fourth quarter they were much more efficient, able to get themselves some wide open, easy looks, and they converted on those to keep that lead and to hold off the Lady Bulldogs. Lady Bulldogs shooting 10% better total than from the first half. They were 5 of 26 going into the break. They finished 14 of 49. Those 2 threes that you saw at the end of the game by Josie Totten, the only threes that they had, they shot 13% from beyond the arc, and that's the big difference once again. And give a lot of credit to Coach Beachy and the Lady Knights. They understood exactly what they needed to do defensively, and from the very beginning, they came out in that triangle. They basically just dared East Knox to shoot the ball from the perimeter, and that game plan worked out great because East Knox has struggled there all season. They struggled again today, and that allowed Lady Knights to go ahead and clinch this victory in another sectional championship. And another tough break for the Lady Bulldogs, 8 of 20 from the line for 40%, 67% for the Lady Knights, as we now bring in head coach Freddie Beachy of the sectional champion Northmor Lady Knights.
Coach, first of all, congratulations.
Thanks.
I know we've been talking throughout this year. There's been some frustrating times with this team, but, it seems like you've come on as of late, and you got to have a good feeling of another sectional title.
Yeah. Beginning of the year, we had a point guard go down that we were prepping to play point, got hurt, and forced a couple other girls into that position, and other girls got to take their positions, and, finally I think they're all getting comfortable where they're at.
You couldn't have asked for a better start tonight. You were hitting from beyond the arc. You shot 50% in the first half, and, your height was huge as East Knox really couldn't get an outside presence going, so they tried to drive it in, and you guys just completely dominated that first half.
Yeah, it's usually we're the team that's always down by 7, 8, 9 points after the first quarter, and halftime we're always down. And I told them to get out to a fast start. We're playing at their place. And I just kept telling them all the pressure was on them. They were the 5th seed, we were the 10th seed. So, just go out and have fun, do what you're supposed to do, and play. We got 12 girls we could sub in, and we did a good job getting a rotation in, trying to get girls rest. And you know what? It worked out for us.
Balanced effort once again. 11 points from Reagan, 16 from Lexi, 13 from Paige. Just a balanced effort tonight, and that's what you need in games like these.
Yeah, that way teams just can't focus on one girl. Those 3 girls you just mentioned, they're starters from last year. 2 of the girls been starting ever since their freshman year. I was just kind of worried about the younger ones, their first tournament game, forgetting to breathe, and you know what, I'm proud of them. I mean, for the season we've had, this is cool. This is cool.
You guys will most likely be taking on Fisher Catholic, the 3rd seed.
Yeah.
The only thing I know, we were talking about this, the only thing we know, they defeated Centerburg earlier this year by 1. I know you guys have split with Centerburg, but do you have any type of a scouting report on them yet?
Absolutely not. I never looked at nothing, didn't look at their record. All I know is they were the 3 seed. I focused all week on this game. I mean, we aren't good to look past anybody. We have to play our hearts out every minute of every quarter to win. So I guess that's my homework for tonight is to try to get film and see what we can do.
Yeah, they play tonight at 7 o'clock against the 13th seed, I believe, in Grove City Christian. But we've seen a lot of upsets, so you never know. You might be getting one more game at the Castle.
Well, hey,
who knows? You
know what? We'll play anywhere. We're, like I said, the season we've had, just to come out here and win it's I can't ask for anything else. These kids play their butts off, so that's all I can ask.
All right, well, thank you, Coach Beachy.
Thank you.
Let you go celebrate with your squad and get ready for that district semifinal. Congratulations once again.
Thank you.
All right, bring back Mark in as we. What you guys do. Thank you, Coach. Thank you, Coach. Bring Mark back in for some final thoughts. But the Lady Knights, you know what? They did what they needed to do. They got the first punch in. They got a big lead at the half, and then they just sustained that second half run and did what they needed to do to hold on.
They did, and as we talked about a lot, give credit to Coach Beachy coming out with a different game plan tonight, going to that triangle and 2, really threw East Knox for a loop early and allowed them to really settle in that second quarter, expand that lead, get that lead to 15, and then they just maintained it and through the second half and held on. And like he said, one game at a time, and the one that was important was the one today. Got it taken care of, and like he said, no matter who they play, they'll show up to play, and that's all you could ask for. I have a group of kids and a coaching staff, and great job by the Lady Knights today, and hopefully whoever they end up playing Tuesday night, they can put together a fine performance and maybe move on to a district final.
Final scoring from both sides. First for East Knox, Shanda Mielek finishes with 17 points, 11 in the second half. What an effort by her. She'll be back next year as the leading scorer for East Knox. Josie Totten with 9, Alexandria Majors with 7, Maddie Annette with 3, Natalie Smith with 2. As for the sectional champion Northmor Lady Knights, led by Lexi Wenger, 16 points. Paige Caudill finishes with 13, 11 in the first half. 3 big threes to help extend their lead there. Reagan Swihart with 11. Emily Jordan with 6, Brooke Dennison with 3. Score by quarter, 11-6 Northmor in the first, 18-8 Northmor in the second. That big run of those threes helped extend them to a 29-14 lead at the break, but then the turnovers kicked in the third quarter. 4-3 East Knox outscores Northmor, and then a completely different situation in the fourth as it was 20-20 for your 52-38 final. That'll wrap things up here from East Knox. I'd like to thank Mark Bollinger once again for joining me. Hopefully we'll hook up once again maybe next week for districts or wherever you will be, but it's been a pleasure having you here.
Sounds great. I appreciate it.
Nick Jacobs, our camera operator, once again doing a great job. I'd like to thank our sponsor, Knox Community Hospital, player of the game sponsor, and scoreboard sponsor. I'd like to thank East Knox High School for allowing us to be here tonight. Everybody back at BS Media Productions, Jory Hollenbeck, Brian Skoronsky, Adam Thompson, Garrett Parlett, Storm Blunchley, and most importantly, we'd like to thank you, the fans, for watching. Your final score one more time. Northmor, the 10 seed, upsets 5th seeded East Knox for a sectional championship. Make sure to stay tuned, 4 o'clock right here on the OH Report. We have Ontario Mansfield Senior Girls Sectionals, and then I will be at Fredericktown at 7. Storm Blunchley, Garrett Parlett will be at Mount Gilead for their sectional at 7. And then Greg Collins and Effie James will be at Mansfield Senior for the boys as they take on West Holmes at 7:30. That'll do it from East Knox. I'm Travis Berardi saying so long from the Dog Pound.